Hi, welcome back to the Carver's Wood Shop. We're about to put the eye in this bird. I did the one side, and I'm going to show you how to put the eye in on the other side. First of all, you need to get your 5 milliliter eye here. And what you want to do is you just want to cut off the end a little bit. Then you want to use a little tweezer and hold it. And you want to paint it brown on the back, okay? So this eye has been painted already brown. And how you put this into your bird is very simple. You take your knife, you've made your hole already and already fitted in there before. You take your knife and you push a little hole in the center, okay? Then you're going to take this and you're going to, like a thumbtack, but the eyes are very, very delicate. It's not exactly like a thumbtack. See how I have that in there? What you want to do is push it with your thumb very carefully. Guide that eye right in there, like that. Then I take the end of the pencil with the eraser and I really push it in there as far as it will go. Okay? Alright? So that's how we have our eye set in there. Then what you need to do is you need to get your plumber's putty, which is this long tube here I bought at Lowe's. You want to take your knife. This will dull up your knife, okay, folks? So don't use this on your carving later on. Make sure it's cleaned up. You just want to take a little sliver of this, all right, just like so. You don't need a lot, and I'm sure you can get them smaller than what I bought it here. But what it is just a fix-it stick, or a plumber's putty is what we used to call it years ago. You're going to mix this. Alright, let me take a couple minutes. And you only have 10 to 15 minutes to work with this. So what I do is I roll it, and you've got to wash your hands. They have warnings on this stuff. So make sure you wash your hands and you don't touch your eyes or anything. It does stink. It has an odor to it. What you want to do is you want to roll it out really, really thin. So let's take half of that. And we're going to need an eyelid for the top and for the bottom. Okay? So we're just going to roll. I'm going to roll this on the desk. Might be a little bit easier here. And what we're going to do is we're just going to roll a little piece out. And some people use dental tools. I have them somewhere here, but I like using the knife whenever possible. I don't like adding all this other stuff. So what you're going to do is you're going to do the bottom eyelid first. So once you have this rounded to the thickness that you want, you can always cut it out, and you'll see what I'm talking about in a second here. I'm trying to see it at the same time, so bear with me here. What you want to do is you want to lay that underneath. You want to do the bottom eyelid first. So all you're going to do is push it in there a little bit, just like so. Okay? Don't worry, we'll clean it up here. What you're going to do is you're just going to use your knife, the one that's going to be very dull after you use it on this. Okay? And you're going to just work that up in there, like so. And then you're going to cut this portion off. And you're going to work that up there a little bit, like that. Alright? That's the first part of this. And then what you're going to do is you're going to kind of make it round. Push it in and shape it like an eyelid. You can use the other side of your knife too. You don't need the sharp point all the time either. So you're going to just round that up. Okay, that's the one eyelid. Okay, so we take another little piece, roll it out, have it mixed up a little bit, and we're going to put the top lid on. So I'm going to push that in there like that and get rid of that. We'll fix that up in a second here. It takes a little practice to do this, so if you got to do it 2 or 3 times, that's fine. Don't worry about it. Okay, so what you want to do is kind of just get it attached to the body. And you're trying to push it in a little bit into that hole and that little gap. You'll see. See how we were getting that? Use this sharp side. And you got to try to get some of this off your carving, because if you don't, you're going to, well, see how that's separated? That's okay. We can fix that. Okay, I'll put this up a little ways. Okay, and then all you do is make it round, and you can widen the eyeball a little bit. Let me get a little piece in there yet. I'm not happy with that. The first one always go pretty quick when you're doing it off camera. You do it on camera, it's not that simple, especially with this thing in my face here. We're going to pull this out. And you want your wood burner ready, because what you're going to do, because you're clogging up some of these lines with this putty, try to clean it up as nicely as you can. Okay, so see how we have this side is done, and this side is done. So it's a little bigger than I like it, so I'm going to trim a little bit more off. And you want that top eyelid to go over that bottom. See how I have that like that? Okay, so that's roughly how it's done, folks, and it's not difficult, it just takes a little bit of practice. Your hand gets a little sticky from this putty stuff, so I would recommend right away when you're done, wash your hands, because you don't want that all over the bird either. Yeah. And then what we're going to do, you need a stiff brush for the next thing. We're going to use our gesso to seal it up. But what I want to show you real quick, if I can, go back over here, take a look at these eyes, and there's way too much putty on this one yet. Let me just trim a little bit more off and flatten that down a little bit like that. Perfect. Okay, and then take your burner and go back and burn around that eye. Take all those little things that you filled up with that putty and see if you can burn that off. Okay, that's all you're going to do. Alright, so that worked out pretty good. Now we have the eyes in, and he's ready to be painted. You don't want to hit it right on the eyelid either, okay? You don't want to do that. So you can go back again later and do that as well. Carve it up, you know, a little bit. Let's see, I hit that. Just what I told you not to do, I just did. Okay, so you want to clean it up the best you can, and see how this bird is. One side is done, the other side is done. And you can fuss with it. I'll fuss with it a little bit more and shape it before it dries. And you have exactly 10 to 15 minutes to do it, about as long as what one of these tapes are. Okay, so good luck, and take your time. Alright, bye-bye.